Hey guys, welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial on the point-and-click inventory system. So in this one, we are going to actually just cover something that's pretty small. It's just the actual content, images and static meshes and materials and everything like that for the meshes themselves. So it's only going to cover, we're only doing 5 items or objects that can go into this inventory. You can make as many as you want, and this is a versatile system that will allow you to make as many as you want. Further on, you'll see it gets kind of redundant, but overall it will still work. So what we're going to do is jump into Photoshop. I already have 5 targas already made. They're 256 by 256. I'm going to include it in the description. I'll link to it so you can download them if you want them to. And if you want to learn how to make them, it's really easy. All I really did was take an image. Usually it's not transparent right away, but usually imports into Photoshop with a white background unless it is a PNG already without any kind of background to it. But all you really have to do, once you have it at this point where you have a transparent background and you have the image, all you have to do is Control-A to select everything and then Control-C to copy it. You go down here to Channel. At this point you can't really see it. Let me move me out of the way. There's a Add Layer here. It's for the alpha channel. And then you Control-V. And then what I like to do, because white represents what will be visible and black will represent what is not visible, I just like to draw, just have it all selected and just paint it white. And then you can Control-D to deselect it. And then from there you hit File, you hit Save, and then you basically make it a Targa file. And you do need to make sure that whatever image you are making, it's a power of 2, so it'll be a 2, 4, 6, no, not 6, but 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, all the way up to however big you want. For my purposes, 256 by 256 is large enough, so we're going to leave it at that. So I did for each of these images, I have a key, jump rope, a book, a hat, and a backpack. So with that in mind, let's go back to Unreal. Go into our content browser. And right here we have a textures folder that we created for the menu. We're also going to throw in these as well. So let's right click, import. Let's go to game projects, Monos. And then we guys basically find it. So wherever you save these, you'll find it there. So I'm just going to import this. Key, hat, book, backpacks at top, and then jump rope. So there's our object. Hit Control-S to save. Now let's go and right-click on our main folder. Let's make a new folder, call it Materials. And while we're at it, we'll make a new folder called Static Meshes. Oops. And what we're going to do, we're going to right-click, create a new material in our Materials folder, call it mat underscore, and we'll call this, first one we'll do backpack. Double-click on that, just bring it in. Let's grab that texture of the backpack. Now you can hold down the T key and left-click whenever you have a texture selected in your content browser, automatically bring it in. And on this main aspect of our material, the main HUD of it, we're going to go down here, go change it from opaque to translucent. And now all we have to do is throw the base color in with that, and then the alpha goes into opacity. And then just to show you what it looks like, we'll put it on a plane. And there you go. You can expand it if you want. But there's the backpack. You can add color to it if you want, but overall I'm leaving everything black and white for right now. And now what we need to do once this saves is we're going to go into our main folder of the game. We're going to find the plane. We're going to create a duplicate. I'm going to call this SM Backpack. Now let's find it. So backpack. Let's move it into our static mesh folder, copy it. No, actually, let's move it. So now we have a plane in our static mesh folder named SM Backpack. Now all we really got to do is find our material and then put it in. And there's our backpack. Save that. Now, with that static mesh selected, let's go into our scene. For the purposes here, let's move this cube out of the way. We'll make this first one. We're going to change its name to backpack and change the inventory mesh override to that SM backpack we just made. As you can see, it comes in. And all we have to do is rotate it. Control S. Okay, I'm getting an arrow and trying to save, but that's whatever for right now. But there's our backpack. And let's make this a little bigger. I think 1.5 was the scaling I liked. Game assets, failed to save. Okay, let's just ignore that saving error for right now. So what we have to do now is basically do that for each of the 5 items that we're going to have, for this tutorial at least. So let's go ahead, let's create a copy of this. So duplicate or Control W, we'll name this mat underscore. We'll do the top hat next. Double click on that, open that up. Grab the texture for the top hat. Now what we really got to do is basically replace it. So there's this arrow down here. That's all you have to do. And there's our top hat. Save. So this is the more tedious part, I guess, of this whole thing. Just waiting for everything to save and create the actual content. But now that we have the material made, let's Control W. We're going to make the SM top hat. Double click on that. Let's grab our material again. And we're just going to apply it. And there's our top hat. Let's save that. Now let's grab the mesh. What we're going to do is just duplicate this. Change its name to top hat. And replace the static mesh. So while we're here, let's duplicate this again. We'll do jump rope. If I can spell jump rope. Duplicate it again. Call it book. Let's move this box out of the way. Let's move it up. Move this over one last time. And this will be the key. Again, our scene can't save for some reason. I'll figure that out later. But so we have the backpack, we have the top hat. Next one is the jump rope. So let's go into our materials, Control W. Do mat underscore jump rope. Double click that, open it up. Let's grab its texture. Select the texture sample node and replace it here. Get it into a plane view, and there's our jump rope. Save that. You guys, if you want, you can fast forward to this part, because by the time we get into this, into everything being done, that's going to be the end of the video. So it's a pretty quick video, so keep that in mind. So let's make the mesh for it. Let's hit Control W, SM jump rope. Double click on that, bring it over. Let's grab the material for it, plug it in. That's done. Let's get the mesh, go into our scene, and replace it. It's kind of hard to see it just because of the color of it overall, but it's there. So now let's do the next one. Next one is set to be the book. Control W, mat underscore book. Double click on that. Let's grab its texture. Whoa. That was kind of wacky. Let's grab its texture for the book. Select that, replace it. Hit the plane view just to make sure it looks good. It does. Let's save that. This one takes the longest to save, apparently. Now that we got that saved, let's grab a mesh. Control W, SM_book. And now all we gotta do is get the material for the book and replace it. Looking good so far. Now let's grab the mesh and replace it. There's our book. So the last one is going to be the key. So let's go into our content browser, go to materials, Control W, mat_key. Double click on that. Bring it over. Let's get our texture for the key. Select this, replace it. Hit the plane view, just make sure it looks good, and it does. Once that saves, one last time, we're going to create a new mesh, Control W, SM key, double click on that, let's grab its material, replace it, save that, let's grab the mesh, let's go into our scene, and we'll replace it. So there's all 5 of our items, and we can click them all up. Just gotta move over, and it'll say each name. So right here, backpack, top hat, jump rope, book, and key. And obviously nothing shows up yet. All we have to keep working on that. But I did want to get this out of the way, just creating these items and creating the materials, the static meshes, and have the textures imported. Again, I'm going to have a link down below in the description with a link to these textures. It's going to be from a Google Drive. Pretty easy textures. I showed you how to make it at the beginning, but if you don't feel like making anything, or if you don't have Photoshop, or you don't have the right tools for it, I'll make sure you can download it just so you can keep following along. But again, this is where we're going to end it for this video. I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Also like this video, share it if you feel like the information was fun and useful for what we're doing. And again, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, either click on me or the subscribe button above to subscribe to the Devin Level Design channel, where you can see even more videos and tutorials in Unreal Engine 4, UDK, all things game development and things I've done in the industry as of right now. For any other videos you want to check out, I also have the Jevons Cherries channel. That's where everything's going for all the silly things, so definitely subscribe on that as well. Currently on this channel there is a bunch of the Let's Plays, so currently that's where they're going to be moving to, so if you want to see those, that's where they'll be moving forward. So again, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.